I got this Luna chainring yesterday and installed it. So now I'm going to do a range test and see how far this 20 amp hour battery, that's actually only 15 amp hours after testing. We're going to see how far this battery can take this bike, and it's going to be pretty much 100% on trails or like it's a rail bed that has kind of heavy rock, and it's pretty rough. It's not super rough, and it's pretty flat, so it's going to be flat ground. I'm going to keep the bike on level 1 and for the power level, and I'm going to pedal most of the time and see how far this will go, just trail riding casually at a pretty moderate speed, probably around 10-12 miles an hour for most of the trip. And we're going to see how many miles I can get with it before the bike shuts off. And I don't know exactly when. I had once in the past had it shut off when I had my Eagle batteries hooked up to this bike. It was 5 amp hours of Eagle batteries for the Eagle lawnmower and Eagle weed trimmer. So those batteries actually work pretty good, and I rode the bike for 2 years like that with Eagle batteries. And so I want to see how far this will go until it shuts off. And then I might do a range test on gravel road or possibly highway or pavement. We'll see if there's much interest in it. I will do a test on gravel and a test on pavement. So anyways, I was going to kind of show, the bike does have the shift sensor is right there. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the shift sensor, and I would recommend adding the shift sensor. As long as you're pedaling, it shifts pretty smooth on power level 1 to 3. It kind of cuts the power for a second as soon as you shift. But if you're too high in power, it doesn't seem to shift as smooth. It still shifts, but there's so much power that it's kind of a jolt. And there's the speed sensor down there on this side. On the, I don't know, maybe this side you can see it. That's the speed sensor, and there's the magnet for it right there. And I also have the brake sensors, so they're handy too. So if you ever want to cut the power quick, you just pull one of the brakes lightly, and so the magnet, the little silver thing there, I use 2-sided tape to get it to stick to the brake lever, and 2-sided tape to get the sensor to stick there. It's this, it's not focusing really. Let's see. Right here. This piece, sensor, this is the magnet. And I got one on the front too, right there. They are good. They cut your power. The only thing is, they kind of cut your power for too long. So once you hit the brake, it's almost about 2 seconds till the power comes back. So sometimes if you're going down a hill, hit the brake, and you want the power right away to start going uphill again, it takes about a second too long. I wish they'd shorten the time from when you let the brake off to probably like just milliseconds. I'd like to actually have my power instantly as soon as you let the brake off. But it's not a big deal. It's just you got to be ready for it. So I usually brake or let go of the brakes a little bit earlier than normal. But anyways, we're going to go for a ride now and see how many miles I can get on this thing while riding casually on power level 1. Oh yeah, I'll show you how I'm going to reset the odometer too, or the trip meter. So we're at 58 volts. It's like I charged it earlier. I guess it lost some voltage. We're at 58 volts because usually if you pull it, look at it right after it charged, it's at 58.8. So it dropped a bit. Anyway, so I'll zero this trip meter. Oops, that's the wrong setting. This one maybe? Well, that one shuts it off, doesn't it? Oh, these two. You gotta hit these two. This is you gotta hit... Roxy, come here! Well, my dog ran off. Anyways, I'm gonna go get her. Okay, so we're heading out now on the bike. I'm on power level 1, got 58 volts, and the display that I have for this Bafang is, I think it was the 500C. So it has a gas gauge kind of thing, but it also shows the voltage, so I like the voltage better. It's more accurate. And so the gas gauge runs out. It's like it's right empty when it's still actually just maybe under half, but it shows it being right empty. But the voltage, it tells you what it's really at. I'm in too high of a gear right now, so I gotta cut her back, and I can go all the way up to the 36 tooth now with the new Luna clips, but I don't need it here. I don't think. I never needed it before. So there, you see here I'm braking it. I didn't get the power until I was about a quarter of the way up that hill there. So yeah, as long as you're pedaling when you hit the shifter, it's pretty smooth. And it's actually with this Luna grip sprocket, it's really smooth. So now I'm in top gear. I'm hardly pedaling, and we're in power level 1. The dog's right behind me. I'm not sure how far I'm going to go. This is to do this range test. I'm going to take a bunch of small trips so that when it does run out of battery, I can walk it home if I have to. I know the last time that I ran the battery right out with the Eagle batteries, if I let it sit for 10 minutes or whatever, it would climb a few volts or a few decimal points of volts, and it would start up again, and I could go, as long as I was on level 1 and pedaling, it would go quite a distance before it would die again. So I'm hoping this will do the same thing and recover some voltage after it rides, so I can at least get home. I'm going to try to stay, when I am getting into the low range, when I'm getting down around 48 or 47, I'll try to stick close to home so I don't get stuck somewhere walking 5 miles. Anyways, I'll shut this off now, and I'll do another video when we're getting close to empty. It's probably going to take even a couple days to get this test done. I'm going to try to log or figure out the watt hours that I used and the amp hours that I used, and figure out just how much usable battery I have with the bike on the preset, whatever they preset it to shut down at. I think it was around 45 volts when it happened on the Eagle batteries. But I can't. It might have been 44. So we'll see, and then I'll know just how far I can go. This is trail riding on kind of bumpy, rough gravel. Anyways, it's not. It's big rocks, big stones. It's not as smooth as a gravel road, but it's pretty flat. So I'm pretty sure that if you were on pavement, had a little bit higher tire pressure, you could probably double whatever range I'm going to get doing this kind of terrain. But I actually want to test it on pavement. It's just that I don't take my bike to pavement very often, so I'd probably have to drive it, take it somewhere on a highway, and just do the test all in one trip. Just try to do 30 kilometers one way and 30 kilometers back, or whatever I think I can do. Anyways, that'll be another day. I'm testing trail riding at a casual pace so the dog can keep up. I might even do a test later on where I'm at max power and see how long it takes to run it dry on max power. But that's kind of hard on the battery, so I don't know if I'll do that. Maybe even at half power, like if I put it on power level 5. That makes this bike pretty fast. I don't usually go over power level 5. Even power level 1, I think, like right now as I'm pedaling, right now I'm pedaling just nice and easy, and I'm actually accelerating at the moment. So I'm going 22 kilometers an hour. I'm using about 330 watts doing that, and it's a very easy pace, like really easy. I'm barely pedaling at all, and it's climbing. And this is power level 1, so I'm going almost 30 kilometers an hour now, and I wasn't even working for it at all. And the dog is fairly far behind me now, so I'm going to stop and wait for her. I don't know what she was doing. Okay, she's coming now. Anyways, I'm going to shut this off, and then I'll do a video when I'm getting closer to empty, which might be in a couple days, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. It shouldn't take too long. I don't even have an estimate of how far I can go. Maybe 40 kilometers on rough terrain. Maybe more. I have no idea actually. And I'm going to shut this off. Bye for now.